Well, Ed, if you can explain what's going on here today.
So the Manx school has won the competition for the best bunting on the island as part of Fairtrade Fortnight, which is an opportunity for us to celebrate all the good things that are happening across the country, including loads of kids who've taken it upon themselves to create bunting to celebrate Fairtrade Fortnight.
And you're acting as a translator, I believe, today for the main guest.
I am. I've come over with Masatoma, who is one of our cotton producers, who has travelled from Mali to come to explain to the kids what he does as a cotton producer and how he's benefited from being part of the fair trade system, which basically means that he gets a little bit extra from taking part in fair trade, as well as a guaranteed minimum price for his cotton that he produces, which obviously has meant a huge difference to his community.
And is this a target area now to go for the children so they understand this as they grow up?
I think it's part of the whole approach is that it's about making sure all parts of the community and some of the most receptive people to understanding it and who get it naturally are younger people who, when you tell them how unfair trade can be and that sometimes people don't even receive enough money to pay the cost of production, kids will instinctively realise, well, that's not fair, why does that happen? And therefore we find that young people are quite get it straight away.
That's quite interesting. We've been having a cup of tea and coffee here, and both of them are fair trade. That's good. They're actually using their own policies.
Yeah, that's true. And I was explaining where I live in London is that it's quite difficult to find not fair trade. So it's taken off. And last year in the British Isles, including the Isle of Man, there was over £1 billion worth of fair trade products that were sold. And last year alone, the sales grew by 13%. So it's a growing and popular movement. And so hopefully, even the Isle of Man's doing its bit.
And what did you have to do to win?
Well, we bought some fair trade cotton through the One World Centre, and then we sourced some paints for painting onto cotton. And then with the children, what we had to do was find out about fair trade, and we did assemblies, lessons, and got them to think about what they do already for fair trade and what next steps can be. And each different class had a slightly different idea. Reception, they did the letters, the Delal Carer, which is what it is in Manx. The year 2, they did the footsteps, because that's what they want to do this year, is look at what footsteps everybody can make. And the years 3, 4, 5 and 6 all sort of researched for their own ideas what they're going to do, and they came up with their own designs and painted those onto the piece.
I believe you had a little thought about how to make sure the bunting stayed fresh and vibrant.
Yes, well, I had to take all the bits home and iron them. I mean, actually, in half term, I took all the bits home and sewed them all so they wouldn't fray. Then took them all home and ironed all the paint in to fix it in, and then sewed them all onto tape. And then we had it stuck up. It's been up and down because we lost a piece and had to sew another bit in. But it flies about in the wind a bit, but it's managed to stay up all week, so very pleased with it.